Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good evening. Welcome to the Deal Reveal. And today we are recording in front of a live audience. Actually, we got even more live. We are in Cleveland. We are getting ready for the epic bus tour that's going to start. I guess it's kind of technically pre-started right now. We're prepping for it, but technically it's starting tomorrow. And so we are getting it all set up for you, the last epic bus tour of the year of 2024. The next one is only slated till May 2025, or more than 6 months away. I told you, it's been weeks, it's been months now. If you're missed this one, you're gonna have to sit on your hands for a little bit for the next bus tour, but that doesn't mean that there's no opportunities for you. That's what the point of this deal reveal is all about. Every week, bringing you one, sometimes two, and this week, bringing you three deals, three for the price of one. And so let's jump in. We should be having a guest speaker, a new guest speaker. Let's just see if Farouk is in the audience. Fingers crossed, not yet. So we'll see. I reminded him like 4 times. If you are in here, just raise your hand, do something so we can promote you to panelist. I appreciate the cheers, Danny. There, that's awesome. And I do see some new people in the crowd as well. Welcome to JK. Welcome to the deal reveal. And let's have some fun tonight. I will tell you that these deals are real deals, first and foremost, and they're real deals that you can take action on. They are up for grabs. This is a community member. Hi there, Carolyn. How we doing? Hi, David. How we doing? This is one of you guys who is testing out the wholesaling business. So even though Farouk is Canadian, he's been moving and shaking in the Cleveland market, and now he's got some properties that he wants to offload. Yes, he's going to make a profit in the process, and that's fine. And with that profit, he's going to buy more and keep that ball rolling. So that's really, really exciting. Now, David, you just raised your hand. Does that mean you're Farouk on David's profile? Send me a message if that's the case, because yeah, I would hate to have you here and say that you're not here. So let's get started to see what we got. So yes, like I said, the bus tour, we're really, really excited. We have a full weekend planned. Nearly 100 units are on the docket between the VIPs and the regular admission tickets. We are going to go see West Side, South Side, East Side. The only side we're not going to do is North Side because that's in the lake. But we're going to get real close to the lake to take our very own Cleveland sign picture. So we're excited about that. If you really can't make it to this epic bus tour, the next opportunity to meet and greet with Janie and myself, with JK, is going to be in Laval, in Quebec. It's going to be a French meetup on November 20th. All right, so that's going to be the last opportunity for 2024, other than our deal reveals here. And I will remind you, and I've been getting a lot of new people being added to the list for the Deal Butler. If you're unclear with what that is kind of like what I do with the deal reveal, where it's first come, first serve. If you like what I'm going to hear tonight, you're going to send us an email. You're going to find a way to reach out to us. Email is great. And we're just going to connect you with the seller or the direct seller's agent so you can do your own due diligence and negotiations. The deal butler is next level. You basically say, Kyle, I want you to personally find me a deal, negotiate, structure that deal, and find me some cash flow. That's what I want. All right. And so that's the deal butler. And you have to be a part of our community of the All You Can Learn or the All You Can Learn Fast to have access to the Deal Butler service. And so if it's the first time, if you need a call with me to explain in more detail the Deal Butler, no problem. Send us an email. We'll jump on a call. We'll make that happen. So let's just see if David or Farouk, let's see if you just logged in. Otherwise, I'll have to do it without our guest speaker, which would be unfortunate. So David, I'm going to put your hand down. If you put your hand back up, that means you're Farouk, and I'm going to promote you to panelist. Okay, that's what that means. So the deal of the week, this is what we're going to do. Like I said, it's 3 for the price of 1. 3 units for the price of 1. And I think this is not the one we want. Hold up, hold the phone. I just want to make sure we're talking about this is not the right deal. All right, good. Farouk, you raise your hand. All right, thank you. So let me promote that, and I'm going to change the slide while we're there to make sure that we are looking at the right properties. So Farouk, promote to panelist. Don't worry, we got you. Thank you for showing up. Let me just pause this. We'll get you there. Promote to panelist. Good. All right, now you should be able to turn on your camera and your microphone. There he is. Hello, hello, Farouk. Nice to see you again.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we do. We see you, we hear you loud and clear.
Perfect.
So let's give a little bit of background. Farouk actually came to our meet and greet in Toronto just a few weeks ago, and that's where we met in person for the first time. We had exchanged a few messages before that, but that's where we really connected. And Farouk's like, listen, I got a bunch of deals. Let's start with these first 3, and then let's open up the floodgate together. I said, let's do it. And so that's what we have for you today. So Farouk, why don't you, while I find the slide, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of who you are and your experience in the U.S. real estate market?
Okay, I was trying to see if I can, see myself because I was in the dark side. Now I can see. I was trying to make my mic work, but I don't know. Let's see. Because, I can hear you pretty good. I think everybody can hear me pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great.
Perfect. So I've been, I've been following up, with Kyle and, their company, what they're doing, pretty good job. And it's been a while because I was doing a lot of work on my own. And what I do basically, my goal is I'm an investor myself. That's how I started, almost 2 years ago. I'm from Toronto, but I live in Pittsburgh and, I stay most of the time in Cleveland. Right now, I'm in England, London to visit my family. So, and I'm back in Cleveland on November 4th. So I will miss the bus tour, which I really wanted to, hang out and meet everybody because, last time when I was in Toronto at Shoeless Joe's, I really enjoyed, meeting with everybody. Everybody's very energetic and, what Kyle and Jenny has to offer to his community, that's pretty amazing. I'm very, motivated. And I'm excited to work with everybody, right? So working with me is like, I have done a lot of work on my own. I went through as an investor, to find property from wholesalers and try to build something. Went through small repairs, big repairs, all in and out. Which again, as I said, experience is something which you learn from with time, and money can buy your experience, right? So that's what I came up. Same thing with Kyle and his team. What kind of time they have put it into.
All right, little internet glitch here. Do something if you can still hear me. If it's just on Farouk's side, raise your hand or say something. Okay, so it's Farouk's side. All right, so while he unglitches, I found the slide. Well,
everything what you need in the house, because I'm there. It will be very transparent that this is what exactly need, right? Because I already have done work with multiple contractors, and I'll be working with Kyle not just for one deal. I'll be coming back, and it's a long-term journey, right? So transparency and building a trust and relationship is very, very important, which is what Kyle and Jenny has built in their professional life, right?
yeah, we have one name, one reputation. It takes a decade to build and a moment to destroy, and it's no exception here on the Deal Reveal. If any of our gatekeepers, of any of the people that we bring on here do anything wrong, incorrect, unethical, you let me know, and that's it. So seller be warned in this case.
So right now we have three properties which we are talking about. I don't know if Kyle already have mentioned the addresses or anything.
No.
Yes, we have three. We have I have one duplex. The address is 3439 Region Road. There's 2 unit, 2 bedroom up, 2 bedroom down. There's nothing. There's not anything to be done in that property because I've been done a lot of work on that. And upper unit is ready for rent. Market rent should be around $750 to $800. Section 8 ready. There's nothing done. The lower unit has been rented with the tenant, which is been there for a while. Her father lived next door, and the rent, the new rent, which she's month to month, she's paying right now. She was paying $760, but I'm increasing the rent to $850. That's that, and she's month to month. So if she stays, she stays. If she doesn't stay, it's up to her. But the way we work is, here's the 30 days notice, here's the rent increase. So we're talking about 850 plus 750 there, almost like $1,600 rent, right? If I say if there's any work to be done, I would say maybe outside some touch-up paint, some touch-up work, not more than $3,000 kind of a work, could make the outsider looks pretty nice. But if I'll deal with the buyer who wants to work, I'll get the work done and we'll talk about the price. So it could be included in the price. And it could be done before closing the deal. And so the buyer should know that work has been done. And we're not waiting for when you close and you have to chase somebody contract. No, it has to be done before, right? So that's one. And then we have one property, and these all properties are pretty close, like 10-15 minutes from downtown and Cleveland clinic. So around that area, nothing is more than, I would say nothing is more than 12 minutes, like around that neighborhood, right? It's pretty close. And then the other property is 9905 Nelson Avenue. The property was Section 8 for $1,300. I would say in this year in March, and then something happened with the tenant and everything. Anyhow, long story short, there's the tenant has done some small repair work, so we are repairing the properties and everything. And I'm dealing with the Section 8 because I have direct connection with the Section 8, and if somebody wants help, I can connect through the Section 8 where you can get pretty fast Section 8 tenants. So that property should be around $1,350 to $1,400, 3-bedroom house. Section 8, because Section is already have that house on their list, and they just send me a list of things when the tenant left need to be done. So we're talking about, I think, around between $4,000 to $4,000 max, $4,000 to $5,000 kind of a work inside for Section 8 ready. Some paint, some minor repairs. I have the code which I can share with the buyers as well. And that again, as I said, that will be ready as well. So we're talking about like 1,400 Section 8 rent. Then we have another property which is E140th, 3739 E140th. It's like 5-bedroom house, single family house. Again, the tenant is there for a very long time, paying a very low rent right now, paying around like $950, but the rent should be Section 8 rent should be there $1,400 to $1,500. That's what we're talking about. Easily, I think 40, because it's 5-bedroom home, 5-bedroom home, right? The way it could potential of that home, because that home has 2 washrooms, upper and lower. So potential for that home is because there's 2-bedroom downstairs, 2-bedroom upstairs, or there's another washroom. So the potential for that house is it could be converted into a duplex, because there's already 2 washrooms there, right? There are some works to be done on that house, so I can get into details if somebody's interested. And these prices are pretty good prices. I've been managing those houses as well, so I know in and out of those houses. I don't know, Kyle, I haven't discussed pricing, so I don't know if that's something should we talk about, or should we leave it with the interested people and they can reach me and I can share the pricing with them?
I think a little bit of both. I think we can give them an idea of where the pricing is at. If you're, I know we discussed maybe something creative that we can get done. And I think it's important to let them know, because you are creatively minded, right? You are part of the community. You understand what an investor is looking for, which is as little down for the biggest cash flow, the biggest return. And on your side, you're looking for the biggest amount so that you can roll it into your next project as well. So we got to find a way to meet those two. But let's just say 100,000, you can definitely buy these three properties. That's a sure number.
Wait, sorry, what number did you say? I didn't hear that.
100,000 for under 100,000 out of their pocket. There's a way to structure this deal where you're happy, and I think 100,000 to buy three properties. I think you're doing something nice here. And
Yeah.
let me just share with you, because it's three properties, it's a lot of numbers. So I did put a dashboard together for this deal reveal just to get people, so that people can see a little bit of the numbers. And so this is just repeating pretty much what Farouk mentioned here. This does not include the rent increase that he mentioned that is scheduled to be somewhere in November, maybe December, right? Is that about right?
Yeah, the Nelson is vacant. Other properties, which, as I said, it will increase, or we vacate the tenant and get a new tenant, right? Which is my plan.
Yeah, exactly. So up here, just so everybody understands, these are the rents, the current rents for the duplex, but the rent increase will be up to about 1,600. And although these ones are vacant, there's nothing to do. You just need to pretty much market them. Oh, no, sorry. This one is rented as well. My apologies. And this one, there's not much to do, but it could be, these are easy numbers to attain, this 3,500, and it could be a pro forma with Section 8 and putting a little bit more to hit those Section 8 standards. It could go up to 43, but this dashboard is running on very low. Don't do too much. Just run the investment as is pretty much. You're about at 35. And on this, you're looking at a double-digit cap rate. You're looking at almost $1,000 cash flow a month from the three properties, and a solid 15% cash on cash return. So that's kind of the deal in a nutshell. I went and the taxes on these three properties combined is $3,000 a month. See, I added up all of them from county records, insurance. I have all the basics here: property management, repairs and maintenance, budgeted for 350 a month. It's a nice healthy repair and maintenance budget. And ultimately, the other thing to consider here is that you had some appraisals done on these properties at the beginning of the year, right?
Yes.
Those
March.
appraisals come in at 270 approximately. That was at the beginning of the year, and you're selling for below that number, correct?
Yes.
And that includes the rehab that you mentioned. There's a little 3,000 here. I think there's one property that has closer to 10, 13,000 if we want to do it. So I budgeted somewhere between 15 and 25 on rehab based on the conversation we had. But with all that being said, we're still buying with a good chunk of equity in this deal. And obviously, as you can see from the cash flow, I mean, $1,000 cash flow a month from this purchase, I don't think anyone is really too sad about that. So if anybody's interested in this particular deal, we can send this dashboard along with you so you can play with your own numbers and you can have a conversation directly with Farouk. With this being said, and I know you didn't know I put this dashboard together, Farouk, but
pretty good, pretty awesome job. Yeah.
Yeah, and for those of you who haven't done the ultimate calculator training, which is this calculator, it goes into a bunch of details like the cash on cash return, the cap rate, the cash flow margins, all of this. The debt service coverage ratio at 1.7. Lenders will not have a problem with a 1.7 debt coverage service ratio and an internal rate of return of 28%. Because a lot of you people look at real estate and you're really only interested in the cap rate or the cash on cash return or the cash flow. And although those are very important metrics and they are core metrics, there may be some another metric, which is a more real metric for a real estate investment, which is the internal rate of return, which factors in appreciation. It factors in depreciation, right? The tax benefits of owning real estate. A cash flow number doesn't, these numbers don't include appreciation, depreciation, rent increases, none of that, whereas an internal rate of return does. And so although you might say, well, I don't think anyone's saying it's only a 12, 13 cap rate. I mean, it's pretty strong, especially if we get into something more creative. This number, though, I think should excite a lot of people. above a 25% internal rate of return is pretty strong. You're basically doubling your net worth from that investment. You're doubling that investment's capital every 3 years, which is very, very powerful. So with that being said, I don't want to go too deep in it. That's why we have the whole courses and all the trainings in the All You Can Learn Pass. But with everything we said here, Farouk, do you have any final words, anything else about the properties? Because it looks like the two golden rules were satisfied. We're buying at a discount and we're buying cash flow.
Exactly. And then, as I said, with the new rents and everything, these properties are already in a database of Section 8. So, I mean, I've been busy. So, Nelson is gonna be back into Section 8 right away. Like, it's just a magic. There's not an issue. And if you do comparative analysis, if you look at the properties into that neighborhood, the duplexes like Regent and everything, duplexes are selling as it is, to be honest, like 120, 110, that kind of a range. Just the duplexes are selling in the market in that range, right? So anybody who's buying, definitely it's a pretty win-win situation. Properties are ready. Some of 10 tenants are there, some of 10. And again, working with me, I don't know, Kyle definitely knows me, but working with me, definitely Kyle has his own management company, which we can find tenants, new tenants and everything. But if there's anything I can help it out, I have pretty good, resources where I can source, a new tenant, and we can go from there. So we can work mutually together. And at end of the day, the goal is, getting you something where you get a good return and you get off market price. Just give an example, like, for example, E140th as it is, the appraisal came up in March 2024 was $92,000 just for one property. That was the appraisal as it is. Like, there's no work done, nothing done. That's because, the size of the properties and where the property is, and all the, and those appraisals are done by the lenders. It's not a third party appraisal. It's the licensee appraisal who come through the lender who we use for mortgages and everything. So feel free to reach me. I think Kyle will send you guys my contact information and everything. And I'm happy.
And to keep things super streamlined on these deal reveals, it's always the same. They just send us an email and then we connect you. That way they always know it's one email. It's always the same path if they're interested in anything they see on the deal reveal. So the email is already in the chat. If people, info@jkrealestatepartners.com, just send us an email, say, hey, I'm interested in Farouk's 3 deals, and we'll just forward the email to Farouk and you can have your conversations from there. Before we
Well, whoever will contact me, I didn't disclose with you, but I have another small 2-bedroom around 50K, 850 rent. So if somebody wants, I can share with that later on. I just came up today, so sorry I didn't update you, but that's there too. So if
Sounds
somebody
good. You're throwing it in for free, right? That's why you brought it in. That's a joke. It's a joke. I'll let Farouk decide on that. One thing I forgot to do in our dashboard, which is so powerful, you notice here how I had the current rents at 35.50, right? If we just do the minimal, easy, within a couple months, this is the type of rents that come in with minimal. There's no crazy rehabs. If you do go a little bit more, right? If you hit that pro forma, let's just see how the numbers change, right? And that's the power of having a calculator like this. You can see from 1 second to the next, if you did do that extra work, put in that little bit of extra money, what would happen? So here, just look at the metrics here, right? About a 12.5 cap, about 11,000 cash flow. That's after all expenses, including mortgage, and about a 15% cash on cash return. If we go for pro forma, which is really the goal here, we see that this same portfolio is now a 16 cap, 18,000 of cash flow. That's 500 of cash flow per property after a mortgage, very strong, and of 24% cash on cash return. And the internal rate of return is now 42%, right? 42, I love that number. I love that number. So just wanted to throw that in there because I forgot. There's definitely some upside as well in this opportunity. So with that being said, Farouk, thank you so much for your time, for the possibilities, for the opportunity. And I'll remind everyone, like Farouk is, I hope, one of our new gatekeepers, right? He's talking about 3. He just threw a 4th one in there, but he's got another handful that we're not even talking about. So let's just, bite on these ones. They're good ones. Let's bite on them. And then there's just more that's going to come. The more we put in his pocket, the more he's going to put in our pocket, and vice versa. Together we rise. That's the goal of having a community to lean on and to have support one another. So that's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Farouk.
Thank you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right back at you. All right, cheers. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed yet again another rendition of the deal reveal. Let's just see if I have any final slides here for you. I don't think I have much because we were basically putting all of our efforts into the bus tour. So again, the next meet and greet is November 20th because this bus tour is sold out. So November 20th, it'll be in French. And that's all bus tour stuff. If you'd like to learn what Farouk is doing, what Amanda, right, Amanda's still here. Right? Amanda is one of our JK coaches who came down from Toronto to help with the bus tour, help support our participants, and of course ourselves putting it all together. It's a lot of work putting one of these events on. If you'd like to learn about what all these people are doing, well, there's a way to do it with the all you can learn, right? And our value proposition is that we will support you until you get that first US property, right? And we want that to happen as quickly as possible. And there's no darn reason why it can't happen in the first 6 months. So that's why in 6 months, you have access to everything we teach, all the resources, all of the processes, the calculators, the scripts, it's all there. And we want you to get that first property in the next 6 months at least. So if you're interested in that, JK Partners, jkrealestatepartners.com/programs, you can take a look. Maybe you're only interested in one of the little programs like financing or using your RRSPs or finding deals or evaluating deals. Like they're all separated if you want, or you just get the whole darn thing, the whole all you can learn for a fraction of the price of if you bought them all individually. And the all you can learn under $1,000. I mean, it cost us $200,000 of coaching in 10 years to put all this together. So the price is not the problem. It's really, are you motivated to get that first property in the next 6 months, heck, in the next 3 months or not? That's a decision that you'll have to answer for yourself. So with that being said, I will remind you all that we also have an app here at JK. So once you are part of the program, you can listen to all of those right on your phone on the app. We're really excited about it. And that's our deal reveal. So we're going to go back and continue prepping for the bus tour. If you missed the bus this time, we'll see you next year. If not, have a great evening. And don't forget, this is another opportunity to do now or tomorrow. Have a great evening, everyone. It was nice seeing you all. Have a great evening.